Welcome everyone to Python programming tutorial. This tutorial is for the beginners who never programmed or code before. All right. We have so far downloaded and installed several software. We downloaded and installed Python software. Then we downloaded and installed Git version control and Visual Studio Code, one of the best code editors, right? And we already learned very basic or fundamentals of Python programming. We know what is programming. Programming is nothing but uh, um, programming is nothing but an instruction or set of instructions for a computer, how our computer will work. Okay, and then we learn variables. What is variables? Variables are nothing but containers that stores our data. Okay, then we learn some data types in Python. We learn what is string, what is integer, what is boolean, and so on. So far we have learned a lot actually. Today we are going to learn about function. Okay, function in programming is very important. It plays very important role. Why? Because we need to create function of our own many times. Okay, now first let us know what is function. Let me open a code editor or a notepad. I'm opening a notepad. Okay, so first I told you what is programming. Okay, or computer programming. I say programming is nothing but a set of instructions for computer, how it will, it means computer. Okay, and then I say what is variables. Variables are nothing but containers that stores our data. Now, it's very important because in our real world scenario, we use containers, folders, boxes to store a lot of things. And in programming world, the same way we use variables to store data. Data is everywhere. And without data, actually, we cannot do anything. Okay? Then I told about some data types. Told about integer, okay, and I told you about strings. I told you about boolean. Booleans are true or false. Okay, so these are the things we have learned so far, and we learn also, I think, for loop. Okay, and we learn if else conditional statements in programming. And today we are going to learn about functions. Now, let's see what are the functions. Function is block of code only runs when it is called. Okay, function or functions. Codes uh, that runs when they are called. So they run only, it runs only when they are called. Remember, function is block of code, or functions are block of code that runs only when they are called. You have to call by name. Okay, function can pass here. Okay, and they are known as parameters. Parameters are nothing but arguments. Okay, arguments in function or functions. Okay, and let me make them points. And a function can return data as a result. Okay, function can return data as results. All right, now it's very clear. Now, what are the steps that we need to create or write or develop function? We have inbuilt method and functions in each and every programming language. We have seen print statement earlier. Okay, this is inbuilt in Python programming. Now, steps to create functions. In any programming language, there are 5 steps to create functions. But in Python programming, it has actually 4 steps. Step number 1. Step number 1, you have to declare function. Declare function with keywords. And the keyword is def. Okay, def. Then you have to provide a name of the function. So you have to name it. Okay, it can be anything, but always remember it is a good practice, best practice to name relevance or give a meaningful name. Okay, then what else? Function, name of the function with parenthesis. There will be parenthesis, you know. This one is okay. In some countries we call it first bracket. Okay. Then you have to write body of the function. There may be print statement. Okay. And finally, you have to call the function. So these are the steps you have to follow. Okay. Now let's copy it and let me open Git version control. Okay. Those who don't know what is Git version control, go and check uh, the videos on Git version control in this YouTube channel. Okay. Uh, First, let me go to the root folder, cd space tilde, then press enter. Then I'll go to desktop of my computer. Okay. If you don't know what I'm doing, go back and watch the previous classes. Okay. You can learn it how to download and install Git version control in that tutorial. Okay. Then I'll make a folder. Make directory, mkdir, directory means folder. I'm making folder name Python fundamentals. Okay. ls means show lists. I see Python fundamentals is there. Okay. Now I will cd means change directory. To be specific, it's saying go to this directory. Which directory? Python underscore fundamentals. Python underscore app. Then if I press tab button, Git is very intelligent software and it can understand what I'm going to do. Actually, press enter and we are now inside Python fundamentals. Okay. Now I can say touch means create a new file, app.py. .py is an extension of Python. Okay. For JavaScript, we write .js. For Java file, we write .java. And for HTML, we write .html. In the same way, for Python, we write .py. Okay. We can check whether it has been created or not, and we see app.py is there. Okay. And now we are inside Python underscore fundamentals, and we are going to open it with code editor. So code space dot, press enter, and it will open Visual Studio Code. Okay, Visual Studio Code is open now, and this is our Python file. Okay, now copy. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I want to comment it. How we comment? Single line comment. Okay, and actually we can just highlight it, then press Control right, wonderful. So first step, declare function with a keyword def. So def keyword, okay? Then space. Then second step is provide a name, meaningful name. So I will say add numbers. Then this, okay? Then R colon space. In Python is so intelligent, automatically indented. Indentation is very important in Python. In some other programming languages, it is done to make it beautiful. But in Python, it is mandatory. It's not for decoration, not for a style or not for a fashion. Rather, it is mandatory in Python. Okay, I can say print a plus b, and Python can take parameters a, b, okay, and this is Python, okay, and this is the body of the Python actually. Even you can just copy and paste and do some other operation if you want, but right now we are just keeping it simple. Now what we have to do, we have to call the function. If you just go to here and just say Python, if you execute the Python file, and file name is app.py, nothing has happened. Nothing has happened because you didn't call the Python function by name. You have to call it. So you have to copy it, and now let's provide a value. 300, A is 300 and B is, say, for example, 50. Okay. Now, if you execute it, it will run because we are calling it by name. Lost that. Okay. Let's check. Clear it. Clear, then press enter. It has been cleared. So powerful and intelligent software. Okay. And I don't need to write again and again. I just say, I just type, I just press up arrow and showing previous commands, okay? Then press enter. Still Python though. Python app.py is not running. Why? We forgot to save it. We have to save it. Control. Now we can try. Here it is, 350. Wonderful. And actually you can do anything with it. Okay? Wonderful. And you can also run this Python program from terminal, right from here. First, and I can say pwd means print working directory. It's showing where we are. We are in Python fundamentals, and inside the Python fundamentals we have our file. Okay, and we can say Python, name of the Python app.py. Press enter, and Here it is. Okay, even you can make it a little beautiful. You can say the total is all right. We have to save it. Actually, you can make it auto if you want. The total is 350. Let me clear it so that you can see it clearly. The total is 350, right? So simple. Just try to understand the concept. It doesn't matter how big or large Python function you're writing, it is rather important to understand the concept, how it works, how function has been created. Okay, so I don't want to make this tutorial very long. Okay, uh, let's keep it short. Thank you very much. Practice well, write different codes 5 times, and you will become master on developing function in Python. Okay, if you are visiting this video tutorials or this YouTube channel for the first time, don't forget to subscribe this YouTube channel and hit the bell icon so that whenever I upload a new video, you can get at least a notification. Okay, remember, 100 ultra poor students are getting opportunity to continue their schools with the income of this YouTube channel. Stay connected. Thank you.